A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel. And in this channeling session, I would be speaking about a divine masculine and a divine feminine, a twin flame couple, a twin flame pair, which is going through massive transformation. Now, as I have been saying in most of my channelings and most of my information videos as well, that this journey is actually more designed or more for the divine feminines, because in this time and era, as you call in Hindi, there's a term called Kal Chakra, the cycle of time. So in this cycle of time, this is how the universe has planned it. It is the divine feminine who would be carrying forward the mission work on planet Earth. In the other ages, like the descending Dwapar and descending Treta, it was the divine masculines who were born with the mission, and the feminines were supposed to simply support them. But now the situation is quite opposite. So what is happening is that the divine feminines have to make sure that they get out of the trap of the samsara, which means they cannot get attached, they cannot get in the mood of aversion, or they cannot get into the mood of craving. So craving, aversion and attachment, these are the three things that the divine feminines need to work so that they can get into their mission and be able to live the real purpose of their life and also feel real happiness, real bliss, real joy. Not the one that is created or fake or that is materialistic or temporary in nature. In this channeling session, the major energy is that first of all, the divine feminine finds the purpose of her life. And secondly, on the opposite side, the opposite polarity, the divine masculine develops real respect for her. Because before all of this was happening, he never respected her as such, and he wasn't very supportive is a very big thing. He wouldn't even acknowledge it, and he would only think that she is some stupid, crazy woman who has lost her mind, because she is literally like how you say, he is the Vishwamitra and she is the Menka. There's a story of a sage called Vishwamitra who was basically seduced by Menka. And now that people know the story of Vishwamitra, they don't want to get into the same trap that he was in. But he is literally thinking that I am so amazing, so good looking, so attractive, so this, so that, so rich, so everything, that this lady who I only pursued earlier, now she is after my life. She is messaging me, she is calling me. I have told her, I have given her many signals that I am not interested in you. But she doesn't seem to understand it. What on the earth is wrong with her? Now he doesn't even think what on the earth is wrong with her from her perspective. But it's more like, I am so, amazing. The man thinks, because you all should remember that the divine masculines have a lot of narcissistic traits, and their job or whatever they are here to do, it will only happen with the help of divine feminine. They also are sort of stuck in their ascension journey because of her. Because if she's not going to heal and she's not going to release this attachment she has developed for the materialistic version of divine masculine, she's going to keep chasing him, and therefore he will never get out of the ego. In all sincerity, honesty and reality, this type of chasing is actually an ego booster. A lot of the divine feminines could be doing it simply out of love. Some of you are obviously doing it with the base of fear, which means the love is there, the love for the divine masculine or for the relationship or for the future that she had imagined or visualized or thought about is obviously there. But there's also a basic, very, very deep core fear-based belief that it may not work out, or he is going to abandon me, or he is going to neglect me. He is doing that any which way. The neglect is happening any which way. That's why this whole anxiety and this sort of a energy creates in her. So a lot of divine feminines have also been blaming themselves And these are the current channelings. If you remember, in the past few months, there were also channelings where we were told how much the Divine Masculine loves her. And again, in the 5D world, they are in communication and connection. Because the 5D world has nothing to do with the materialistic world. Let's understand that. In the 5D world, we are all free people. We don't have any attachments about, and 5D is not even the thing. There is above 5D, there is 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D, 10D. So imagine, there is so much more happening on the higher dimensions. But all of this only gets unblocked, all these powers and all these powers, actually I would like to say superpowers, they get unlocked only after 5D. Because after 5D, the Divine Feminines have completely moved out from the lack and limitation consciousness. But in this channeling, she is in the process of doing that. So finally, after all these years, imagine you are in a twin flame journey and you have a Divine Masculine. By God's grace, you met the Divine Masculine. However, after meeting, there was a time frame which went very smooth, and then this whole runner-chaser dynamic and this and that, everything happened. And then there was this huge gap of separation. Now, as I have been saying, the number of years of separation does not matter. It is the intensity that matters. And most importantly, the separation becomes really worse or even difficult or more testing when all the human support system is gone. Okay? That is the way the universe also tries to bring the feminine back. Because if the feminine cannot let go of the masculine, then the divine will create even difficult lessons for her. So she has now realized that, for example, let's take a hypothetical example over here just to make you understand this. The Divine Masculine has not contacted her, called her, messaged her, met her, whatever, in the waking world, or you can say the materialistic world. Waking world, materialistic world, okay. In this reality, he has not contacted her for 5 years or 6 years or 7 years. And say after 5 years or 6 years, he gets a smell of her energy, because we are all energy beings. Let's understand. She stops chasing him, he will get that feel that she has stopped chasing me. Say she stops chasing him, and these are all specific cases, or you can say they resonate with a group of people, but not everyone will have the same trajectory. I repeat this thing again and again. If you resonate with it, good. If you don't resonate with it, then pick up certain points which will help you as well. Because certain points are always going to be uniform and the same for everyone. Like stop chasing. And also don't think about the union. Why do so many coaches and channelers say this? Don't think about the union. Don't worry about the union. Don't bother about the union. Because a lot of people don't even know what union is. They keep thinking that the physical world, or the physical meeting or whatever is the union. But that is not the union. That is the recognition, and there are furthermore stages. Anyway, so hypothetically thinking in this situation, just to explain you that this Divine Masculine has not contacted her for a good number of years, and she has been in the waiting energies. And then she gets like, what the hell am I doing? Like, am I just chasing a shadow? Am I chasing a ghost? What am I doing? And after all of this, she suddenly wakes up one day and she realizes, what the hell have I been doing? What was wrong with me? So technically, even if she's not calling him or messaging him, mentally and in the emotional body, she is chasing him because she's waiting for him, or she thinks about him a lot, or she's like constantly hoping that he comes back to me. And now she realizes her mistake and she stops doing that completely. She doesn't feel like doing it anymore. She's done. She's tired. She feels like a fool. She feels like, what the hell, man? I confessed my love to someone, and that person in some way or the other used me, exploited me, made fun of my feelings, or showed me the same feelings but then ran away. And I've been chasing a person and he's living happily with someone else. These are all typical narcissistic traits, let me tell you guys and girls. He completely loves himself, completely. There is no chance that he will love another being for even 1% until and unless they add on to his ego, or they have something to do with what he wants. When he is with his karmic or his life partner, like say his girlfriend or his wife, that's because she's, number one, not chasing him, and she has some kind of equal amount of ego or equal amount of emotions that he shares. And that's why she seems to be the perfect person to be with, because all narcissistic do things that pump or boost their ego. So if a partner complements their personality, their lifestyle, and it makes them feel easy, relaxed, there's nothing wrong in being easy and relaxed, I'm sure. But with the divine feminine, he felt that he has to make efforts, or too much effort, or, he didn't like that thing that she was doing for him, which is loving him unconditionally. So they don't know what unconditional love is. They just know that I want this will make me happy and I'm gonna get it. That's it. Which is in many ways a very good attitude. So when they meet the divine feminine, they don't have respect for her. As in, they have the respect for her. Initially, they find them very attractive and very this, but at the same time, they also feel that she's going to have fun with me. We're going to have a good time. The love element is there, but that is in a state where they're still not awakened, so they don't know about it, right? They just really like her because she has done her inner work. Before the recognition stage also, and all of you would know that, the divine feminines are in a very good energy state. That's when this person gets attracted to her. And after that, when they take so much from her, they keep taking all the love, all the affection, all the calls, all the messages. Everything is so, makes them feel like, wow. When they're done with it, when they're bored with it, they find someone better or they find something else. When I say better, I don't mean in comparison with her. I mean to say according to their perception. They just want to ignore her. They don't want to do anything with her. And we have also ignored people. We have also blocked people. We have also, avoided people. How do we feel for them when we avoid someone, when we ignore someone, when we don't take someone's call? In simple words, we don't respect those people, and we don't think that we even want to consider them, even pick up their phone or even talk to them. So that is how he feels for the divine feminine when she calls him again and again. Now, after all of these years, she suddenly awakens, and now she's done with all this. She wants to be happy. She just wants to be happy. She cannot do this anymore. She's tired of this treatment. She's tired of this behavior, because during the separation phase, not only she realizes that the divine masculine has treated her badly, but because of inner work, she realizes that everyone around her has treated her badly. She has always been a pleaser. She always has to please people. She always has to do so much for their acknowledgement, and still they don't acknowledge, She's given her heart and soul and every drop of her blood, and still people are not happy with her. Still she's being compared with others, and she's given everything. When I say everything, she's taken care of people materialistically, financially, monetarily, be it family, be it otherwise, be it husband. She has been that person, and yet she is unhappy, and yet she feels lack of acknowledgement, and yet she feels so much pressure in her life around her. So what is the problem? She thinks, what is the problem with me? Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I torturing my own self? I don't want to do this. So when she awakens in all departments of her life. First of all, she's very happy with the mission work. And I keep saying this, that it is actually and always the mission work that helps in awakening. But the divine feminines are so focused on the union, that too a 3D union. That too they are not looking, they just want, him to take her out on Valentine's Day. Typical things, like what materialistic people do. Or he should put a ring around her finger or whatever. She is so blocked at that time. But after the awakening, first of all these concepts, they start breaking off. All the worldly concepts, useless worldly concepts, like watching the news. Everyone watches the news. They know that this is not the real deal. They know that the news will never show you the real news. It's always full of negativity. It's always full of pessimism. They never show good things. They never show development. They never show love. They never show mutual harmony. A few years back, I was actually trying to start a newspaper or some kind of a online blog, a blog page which would only share good news. So something like, the name was Things That Make News, or Happy News, or Real News, or something like that. I was thinking on those lines. I did run it for some time, but again, I didn't have the bandwidth. So I'm just sharing this idea. If someone wants to do it side by side, as if they resonate with it, they can do it. It's like sharing all the good things, like someone rescued a dog, or there is a portal like that. It's newsworthy, or it's share-worthy, or something like that. There are more like Bright Side. So these are the places where you can read something positive and that can uplift you, and you feel that there are good people in the human society as well. Not always the same things, the wars and the famines and the droughts and the killings and the rapes and the murders. It's not like this is not happening, but this may not be happening as much as the good things are happening. Because if you look around in your society, there are always more good people than the nuisance creators. The nuisance creators are always loud and they're always angry, so they are very visible. But the good people, they do their work silently. They're always blended in here and there. So the energy of this channeling, to wrap it up, is like she is awakened and she realizes how stupid she has been. As candidly, she wants to say that. She is not scared of saying, yeah, I was stupid, that I was running after somebody. I was running after a shadow. I was running after a person who's a ghost. I was running after someone who has not contacted me for 8 years, 10 years for some people, 7 years. In some cases, they've known each other for 10, 12 years, but it's only completely a sexual connection. He doesn't even want to meet her. He only wants to have a good, online sex, or he wants to have this type of a kinky relationship with her for such a long time. Just imagine, and he doesn't want to show his face, but he is married to someone. He's very happy somewhere. So these are the energies which make her feel like, I cannot do this anymore. Be it 6 years, be it 5 years, be it 2 years, or be it even 1 year. It is my precious time. How can I just waste my time like this? And here she awakens like this. She is very focused on her mission work, and most importantly, she is very happy. So even energetically, she is not giving out that energy to vampires, to energy vampires, to those family members who just want to, take, never give. These are all narcissistic qualities. Narcissistic only want for themselves. That's it. And in reality, we always talk about self-love also. I have spoken about it. But there is also an understanding has to be developed that everything is 50%. That is why the Ardhanarishwar form of Shiva and Shakti is half man, half woman. Balance never comes in total divine masculine or total divine feminine. Balance and happiness and contentment and joy will only come when both are in balance, which means you are half divine masculine, you are half divine feminine. He is half divine masculine and she is divine feminine half. He is half of both. This big awakening comes to her, and it's been told in this channeling, it's been relayed that this is happening in different parts of the world. The divine feminine has had too much, she cannot wait. And on the other side, he suddenly wakes up from this and he starts looking at her with respect, because he is noticing that for 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 10 years or whatever, she has been, because as I said, we are energy beings. She has been chasing me. She likes me, loves me and blah, blah, blah. But now she stopped doing that. She doesn't want to talk to him. She's not taking his calls. She's not replying to his messages. She is not available for him as per his requirement and need. Basically, she had enough of his attitude like this, that you should always be available for me, but I will never be available for you. It's almost like making a person feel like, I am your God. Not even like God, because God doesn't make a person feel like a slave. They make you feel like a slave, that slave-like energy, that I'm always available for you. I will put my life aside for you. Now she has started living her life and she's enjoying it. She feels really good and she realizes her mistake. She's becoming a genuine divine feminine. She's becoming a goddess. And as I say again and again, goddesses never chase. She doesn't give a rat's ass to this whole union thing or, like 3D union and this and that. She doesn't give a rat's ass. And she's also not thinking like, he would come to me one day, he will do this for me, he will do that for me. No, she's saying, I only want to be happy and I will do whatever makes me happy in a real way, not in a fake materialistic way, not in a temporary way. So on this note, I'm going to be ending this channeling. One love and peace out.